Welcome back to another video. I'm your trader Sam, and today I want to talk to you about how I knew this 24,915 NPOC level was highly likely to be hit. Talking about this weeks in advance before it happened, before we even had this pump to 28k. I shared this with the Legends community within Discord. We've been speaking about it for a long time. But before I get into that, guys, please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say in this video is for educational purposes. And yes, you know what time it is. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button for the algorithm. It's really going to help this channel grow. Okay, so let's crack on. Now, obviously we've had this beautiful drop hitting the MPOC level to the dollar and then SFPing off that low there and getting this massive rise of about 6% so far. Now, I want to share with you what I shared with the Discord community just so you can be on the same wavelength as I am right now. So I'll just give a quick update on that. Watch this for a second. Just to highlight what has played out here, because I did speak about this in the last YouTube update and I posted it on the charts in the Legends community. So we have actually got this SFP that we were looking to get just beneath 25,577. You can clearly see that, we got that big wick on the 1 hourly, trapping, enticing short traders to get in at the lows and then closing back above the zone. Now, what I'm looking at here is this will be giving a lot of longs potentially, right? It could be giving a lot of longs, people that are in longs, confidence that we're going to go much higher. What I can see possibly playing out here, though, is that now that we've had that liquidity grab beneath the bottom of this tight little range that we've been in, we could possibly come up here and take the liquidity from the other side. Now, that could be taking it from here at 26,300 approximately, where we have these two touches up here. Or it could mean we go even higher up here to 27k and it looks something like this, where we get the second liquidity grab above here. So that's what I'm currently looking at, guys. And if this does play out, we can be looking for price to still come down to this 618 zone. So that's just something to be vigilant for. So if you are in longs here, you want to be taking profits here at 26,000. Okay, so that explains. So just take note, that was on the 23rd. So let's go back to the 23rd. So that's the 23rd of August where price was here. We had this drop here, taking this liquidity of this tight range that we were in at the time, right? Now, I just want to show you another update that I gave earlier within 24 hours, less than 24 hours ago, where price still hadn't claimed this high yet, right here. Price was yet to claim this high. So I just want to quickly show you what I was telling the guys within the Legends community. You would have seen for a very long time, for a few weeks, I did have this MPOC level at 24,915. If you go back, you'll see a lot of charts posted with this in videos and just posted as pictures. Now, we have hit that zone and we have hit it with some pretty good volume. So the drop into that zone was with decent selling pressure. However, that selling pressure subsided as soon as we hit the zone. We have back tested it as well, SFPing off the initial drop, and now we've got a pretty good move back up to the range. So I am expecting higher prices here. The next levels of interest are obviously these local highs that we do have here. Put them on the charts. So if we do take Fibonacci level from that high to this low over here, yeah, so I would say this 382 region here, just above this high at 26,016, is a place for profits, to take profits. Another TP zone is 26,429 near the 0.5. And then it will be a case of testing these highs over here that we did have from the initial bounce, the dead cat bounce after the drop to 23k. You can see up here at the top of the range, 27k at the 618 zone. That is another TP level that I'm going to be interested in. So just basically I'm just going to keep treating this as a range from 27k down to 25.2k. And yeah, right now we are within the middle of that range. So let's just keep trading this range until it is eventually broken. Now, because we've taken liquidity from both sides now, we've taken liquidity from 27k when we had that big pump, and then we failed auction back within the range. We've also taken liquidity from the other side now. So I am expecting this actually to have continuation up further, but as you know, predictions are only predictions. So let's just trade this like any other range. Let's make sure we're taking profits at these designated levels and holding on to a partial amount of our position just in case we do get this pump to the upside, breaking out of 27k and then going on further to test 28k and so forth. So yeah, that's it for this update. So all of these updates were given live in the time before they actually played out. Now, going back to the charts here, you can see that at the time I was giving that update within, well, less than 24 hours ago. That was before we had claimed this high. So that was one of the highs that I was looking at right there. And then we were looking at this high over here. And then we were looking at this high over here. And we took our Fibonacci from this high to this low. And you can see we were looking for confluence, right? The 382 is close to this high. That got taken. The next level of confluence, the 0.5 level where we have this high, where I am expecting higher prices still to come. And then depending, I mean, it's a level to level environment. We could get a rejection here, then price comes further back down and even rolls down further. However, if we do get a strong move and we claim 26,458, then I will be expecting 27k, as I mentioned in that update on Discord, where we had the dead cat bounce to come up to make the top of the range at 27k. That's where I will be expecting price to come up to. Again, you can see this level here is being well respected. We got a dip into that level just here, where we were sort of trending down after the massive pump. So there's a method to all of this, guys. It's looking for confluence. If you go back to my previous videos, it's quite straightforward, but it's very powerful. It's looking for confluence and looking at the overall context of what the market is doing on higher time frames as well. And just having an understanding that these liquidity grabs that are playing out, they do tend to happen taking both sides of the range before the bigger move happens. So seeing that we did take liquidity from the top and the bottom, my bias is that we will clear this high at 26,458 and go higher. However, you never know, right? We just have to take it level to level, because if we just do everything off predictions, and even if we get into these nice trades and we have these predictions that price is going to keep going and we don't take profits, well, price will end up reversing back to where we started, and we'll either get stopped out at break even, or we will lose money. So that's why we have to keep taking profits all the time. It is a marathon, not a sprint. And that's the kind of environment that we are in right now, because we are not in an all-out bull market. We are very much in a rangy market. So we need to trade these tight ranges and hold on to partial amounts of the position just in case we do get the breakout. Then we still have 10, 20% or whatever it is, depending on your risk. And then you can catch those swing trades with part of your position. So let's look at some higher time frames here. So so if we are to come up and claim this high over here and then get to 27k at the top of the range, claim that once again, I am expecting a sharp rise, just like we had a sharp rise up here and a sharp drop. I will be expecting a sharp rise up to this 28K region. Now, let's have a look for some other confluences that we do have. So we've got a daily level here up at the 618. And there's a lot of confluence up here at 29K as well. We have a weekly, monthly, and daily level. And then not too far away, we have the value area high as well. So we're just going to have to keep monitoring this as it goes. It would be a massive push for us to get out of the value area high and push on to get all-time highs. I do see us being in a sideways market for some time until next year, but you never know. I mean, Bitcoin always surprises us. A lot of people were expecting much lower prices. I'm sure if you've been watching my channel, right, I'm just going to move these off the charts for a second. If you have been following my channel, you would have seen that I've been talking about people being extremely bearish down here with all the bearish sentiment, all of the bearish news that we're hearing, all the fundamental analysts calling for much lower prices. People would have been expecting this drop here to keep going. Now, don't get me wrong, it can happen. It could easily happen, but there's definitely some massive trade setups to be taken within these ranges if you know what you're doing. Okay, so if you know that you're looking for a failed auction or an SFP off these lows, and you had that MPOC level marked out where I had it, you would have looked at the overall context there, and you would have been able to get yourself into that very nice trade. It hit the MPOC to the dollar, right? And TP1 could have been at the value area low, almost 3%. Then at the point of control, 4.5%. Okay, and then you're targeting this high over here. So that's it for this Bitcoin update. Levels to the downside. I mean, if this low, I wouldn't be looking for any SFPs off this low. I would consider this all done here. The next level of interest to the downside really needs to be this low over here at 23,591, because on this spot exchanges, these lows, oh no, actually they've been taken, no, they haven't been taken out. So on the spot exchanges, this low over here at 24,746 is yet to be taken out. So really that's what you need to be looking for on the spot exchanges, is for another retest of the 25K region. If we were to go down to the downside looking for more longs, because as you can see, the volume here on this move up, it's not been massive, right? It has not been massive. So, you know, I would not be looking at this like it's going to be a moonshot for people getting into longs. There still is the possibility of this coming down. Looking at the BTC USD Binance chart, you can see that the 25K lows here, which were the retest of the last lower high of the bear market, you can see here that price is yet to come down and touch that level, right? Which is the bottom of this channel. Now, I do expect that to happen at some point. Nonetheless, this was a good trade, but we still have to be aware that price could come down and test these lows on the spot exchanges. You know, it does look a bit different on the derivatives charts for BTC USD Bybit. However, on the spot exchanges, it is looking much different. So I would be expecting at least a test at some point of these lows here. So that's it for this Bitcoin update, guys. There will be another one coming tomorrow with some fresh trade setups. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did find value from this, please like and subscribe. Also, check out the Discord community, our Legends community. There's loads of daily updates, so much information on Bitcoin and altcoins. If you want to learn to trade, that is the place to do it. We have a lot of information, a lot of educational content, modules, etc. Lots of live trading. Yeah, just overall really, really great content. I'm coaching over there and we have an extremely good coach. The GOAT, Andy, is amazing. The community there is really good. They're very vibrant, very positive, all getting along, giving each other awesome trade setups and sharing knowledge. So you can see here, guys, lots of success over there. Lots of winning trades. So that's it for this Bitcoin update, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Ciao.